Your body doesn't necessarily know pace. It knows how much work you're giving it. So just remember. All right, welcome back. This is finishing up week number 5. We're doing week number 6. Next week, I'm doing my 15-mile long run. Today, I'm having to do a little bit more walking just because it's pretty hot and humid today. And so I think it's a good idea. If it is hot and humid, it's okay to stop and walk. Do some, I think a while back, a few months ago, I did a YouTube episode about mental toughness. And so whenever it gets tough, it's okay to stop and walk. Just remember, your body doesn't necessarily know pace. It knows how much work you're giving it. So just remember, whenever you're running in the heat, your heart rate is going to spike up a little bit more. So slowing down is going to help out, especially if you're running in the heat of the day. Especially now, it's 72. Last week was 48 degrees. That's crazy. So my body is used to that 48, 50 degree, 60 degree weather compared to this 72 degree weather, high humidity type of. So my body's having to accommodate. Heart rate's getting up a little bit more, sweating more, having to take in more, a little bit more fluids, a little bit more electrolytes. And again, I think that's okay. Just take your time. Remember, your body doesn't know pace. It knows how much work. And so I'm trying to build up that mitochondria powerhouse to get more aerobic. And so eventually I'll be able to run, especially at the end of the summer, maybe a little quicker at a lower heart rate. And then whenever fall comes around, it's going to be a little bit better because it's going to be cooler. So my heart rate is going to be lower and I'll be able to run at a faster pace at a specific heart rate. All right, guys, it's finished at 15 miles. And again, it was a pretty difficult one to run with the heat. My heart rate was getting up a little bit, so I had to stop and walk, especially up the hills. I was able to keep my heart rate around zone 2 anyway, going up the hills. So again, it doesn't matter about your pace, especially when it matters about your heart rate rather than your pace whenever you're doing your long or steady runs like that. So your body doesn't know pace. It knows what your work is. And so if your work is slower but your heart rate's higher, that's what your body thinks it is at that whatever zone 3, zone 4. So if you just bring it down to zone 2, you're still building your aerobic base. All right, guys, my strategy for today's run was to, obviously it was getting a little hot, so I had to slow down my pace. And so what I would do is keep my pace at least to zone 2, which my zone 2 max heart rate is around 143. So I was trying to keep that pace around that area. And also what I was doing was walking for 100 steps and running for 100 steps. Now I kind of increased my steps 100 to 200 ratio and work up to 300. This depends on how I felt. Also this run, I was trying to keep up I think I took in about 40 ounces of fluids. And so that seemed to help out. And also did some gels. And now it's time to kind of replenish my fluids and get some of my food in me. And so this week, I completed 48 miles. Next week, I'm going to try to attempt to do 54 miles. All right, welcome back, everyone. I finished recuperating from that 15-mile run. It was definitely took a lot out of me. It was pretty tiring, but we got it done. And again, definitely pretty hot and humid, so was having to take in a lot of water and recover after that. But we finished the 48 miles, and so we're gonna do week number 6 of this marathon training plan. And so the first day is gonna be Monday, which is tomorrow, and we're gonna do an easy about 7-mile run. Now my work schedule, actually after Tuesday, I have a 10-day stretch of working. Got to work the weekend, and then my normal day off is on Tuesday, so I have to work on the Tuesday. And so I don't have a weekend off until 2 weeks from now. And so I may do my long run on Tuesday. Just depends, maybe get up a little earlier, make sure, and long runs about 16 miles for this week. And then Sunday we're gonna do the tempo run, which will be a 7.26 mile tempo run. And again, adding about 10% of what we had last week, which is 6.6 mile tempo run. And so then Wednesday, another 7 miles. Thursday, going to do a nice, easy recovery miles, about 3 to 4 miles. And then Saturday, I'll be speed work, doing some plyometrics and doing some 3 1-mile repeats and then 3-mile recovery runs. And so interesting about the speed work, I was doing the parachute. I didn't get to videotape this, but I want to let you know I kind of played around with it, doing some really fast sprinting on 100 yards. And then what I would do is unclip the belt, and man, I could really take off. So definitely the parachute is really helping me out with the keeping the airflow into the parachute to slow down my pace while I'm doing the speed work. So that's definitely, I think that's kind of interesting. And hopefully, again, by the end of 12 weeks, we'll redo that, and I'll do a time trial and see if I get below, I believe it's like 6:30 something pace or something like that, I think, that I have to do. And so I'm hoping I get it under 6 minutes, so sub 6 minute mile. And so I don't think I've done that in a long time, since in high school probably. And so that does cover each day. Wednesday is 7 miles. And so again, slow, easy mileage on those days or 7 miles. And then slow, easy, and then doing tempo run and then speed work is where I'm getting all my my speed into, especially now it's getting a little warmer, and so it's going to take a little bit more time. Even my speed work will probably be a little slower too, until we get into marathon training, which will start in August, a 16-week program. And so I'll probably do a little closer to race pace on each of those runs daily, but still be under. So I'm about, today was probably, I can't remember what the miles per minute I was doing today. Definitely I had to do a lot of walk and running. I would walk 100 steps and run 100 steps and kind of keep doing that, and taking in liquids, taking in some Powerade, and really help in keeping my fluids up there. And so that concludes week number 6. And again, we concluded week number 5, and week number 6 will start on Monday. And so I hope everyone keeps safe, keep running, and we'll see you next time.